It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Allen Robinson. He's coming off a 103-yard showing last week. It's the Bears and the Chargers under the lights on Sunday night.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the LA Chargers. Hi everybody, Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in off the very rare tie a game ago.
And it'll be interesting to see what their mindset is going into this game. Sometimes that can be a deflator, and sometimes that can just really make you mad and more determined the next time out.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they? Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the veteran in his 10th NFL campaign, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They'll go again with Herbert. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, it's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
And he will have the Bears first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. On the ground, this is Julius Chestnut. There's some space here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Short throw to Disley. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. What a nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin now. Back deep to return is Marvin Mims. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. They're brought out by a former number 1 overall pick coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl and came really within 1 quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
Danico Autry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, first and goal. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop the score.
A throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured bear on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Touchdown Bears! DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Goff. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And this is Cook with the ground. Almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Taking it about the 16. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And they'll go on the ground. Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 42. Goff now looks to throw. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 6. Here's Goff. And complete to Drake London. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Goff. He's going to get that to his running back over the backfield. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Now Cook running right. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup before, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Cook following the penalty. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Jake Moody now on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Quick throw there is incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. A give left side here for Herbert. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Going for the deep ball. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, you can't help but have flashbacks to the 4th quarter of Super Bowl 54. Emmanuel Sanders overthrown, and that was a similar tough throw there.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing.
4th and short, and in this part of the field, you just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team, saying, watch the fake, but Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it, and they were ready for it and stopped it.
Goff. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To the outside. The ball comes out. One of the linebackers has got it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Chicago offense set to get started. But what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Bears offense ready to get going again. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, The road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw taken in by Chark. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. From the 46, here's second down and 1. Now Garoppolo. That is caught by Herbert. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That one a first down pickup of 8. Here's a give to Herbert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So after the penalty, here's second and 3. Herbert once more. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. To throw is Garoppolo. That is caught. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first. A handoff for Herbert. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. The offense on third down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's third and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Garoppolo now. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up first and 10. To throw is Goff. He's got this complete to Ayuk on the out route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. On first and 10. Goff. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Back to throw. Goff. And he's going to go down again. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10. Garoppolo. This throw left side is caught by Tolbert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, Garoppolo. That's caught. Allen Robinson. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, at the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
Garoppolo, his throw incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time.
Now the ball comes loose, and they get him down, but not before it takes it across the 40-yard line. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in but I'll guarantee you they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Pass interference. Defense.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you got to call that both ways.
And he'll work down inside the 45. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Give to Cook out of the gun. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by London. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Cook again. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy, sometimes having to hang out all day and play.
Touchdown! From 6 yards away. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Jake Moody now for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Gathered not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. He's got his man, London, right side. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now Goff. And that is incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A run here with Chestnut. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd down and 6 now. Draw play and give to Herbert. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Chargers offense back out and ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And Cook has it left side. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Goff now looking to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Off play action. Here's Goff. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And in the second half of a tied game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Play action. It's Goff. This one swung out to Williams. So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Short throw to Smith. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Goff. And fights him off. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So 3rd down, and a field goal from here would be right about 50 yards as they try to get closer. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown. Marvin Mims with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. And now Garoppolo lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. On play action. Now Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mozzie Smith brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. On 1st down, it's gone. And he rifles one incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Goff. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that will be incomplete. critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
47-yard punt, a return of 4. Onto the field now come the Bears. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling. Now Garoppolo lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And a first and goal coming up here inside the 10-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Well, a fake on the jet sweep as they run with Cook up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They try again with Cook. Gets around him. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Now Herbert to start the drive. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Garoppolo looks to throw. Outright, he finds Tolbert. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Tolbert. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Right back to him for 10 more and a first. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Robinson here. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Garoppolo again. And he is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action, Garoppolo. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra hype, that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Chris Rumph, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Garoppolo. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here we go. This is 4th down. Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. That is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense trailing 17-10, less than 90 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they need a touchdown, and here they're saying, we're not going to get it 10 yards at a time. They felt they needed to take a shot there to at least get them across the 50, but that one falls incomplete.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. He's to the 15, and he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Yes, down by a touchdown. They needed a big play here quickly, and they got one. And now, plenty of time. No need to panic, but you do need to move quickly.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath. and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Chargers, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.